All right, so for this Hyundai Elantra, you're going to take a Phillips head and remove or unscrew that, pull off this vent hose, and take off these, and that's when you're going to remove this top part. Probably going to have to remove the whole thing, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm just going to show you where the starter is. Here's your throttle body. Underneath the throttle body, keep following it down. And if you go back in here, right there it is. I don't know what you can see because I shove you with a stick down in there, but showing you that's where it is, and now I got to figure out how to get back to it. So there's three 10mm bolts holding this box in. So we'll go ahead and you can tell from my voice this is not going to be an exciting job, because according to everywhere online, it's right up front. There's a little vent over here, so I'll just pick it up and pull it out. That vent hooked in there. There we are. Right inside there's the front of it. All right, so I got underneath, jacked the car up, got underneath the car, took a look. There is a space where you could see directly and see the bottom of the starter, but unfortunately there's an exhaust in the way and an axle in the way, so there's still no way to get up there. So what I'm going to attempt to do is remove as much stuff as I can above it. Get all the hoses and everything out of my way, so here goes nothing. Move the throttle body to 12mm. Always four. Where's it at? Right there it is. Now, I know this is cable driven and not electronic, but it's in good practice to remove the negative battery before you start messing with all these wire connectors, and like this one right here. All these hoses. See if I can get you down here. There we go. Two hoses. There, I got it. That's what I'm talking about. Just gotta get those two hoses off there. Okay, I did lie. We are gonna have to go through the bottom for part of it. Oh, these can't really show you guys like I'd like to, but come on up and there's the starter. Let me root my hand around here and show you guys. It's the negative right here. Just pinch, pull, and then right above it, covered by the piece of rubber, is a 12mm nut for the positive. So we're going to go ahead and get that off. There we go. Okay, that wire won't come out of the way. So, anyways, yeah, there's your starter. And like I said, back here is that. I can't show you. So this is going to be a very uneventful video for you guys, and I'm sorry, but so I like to set the new one up so I can tell where the bolts are, because you can't see them. You actually cannot see either bolt. They're 14mm. This one's really easy to get to. I just used a 14mm ratchet wrench, zipped it right out. This top one, I had to use a 6-inch extension, a swivel bit, and a shallow 14mm socket. You have to go under this wiring harness and back in that corner right there, underneath that black hose right where my tip of my finger is. And this car specifically is just covered in oil. I mean, just a giant pool of oil everywhere you touch. So a lot of paper towels, a lot of trying to soak some of that up, but that's how you get that off. And then with all this stuff free, we got the throttle body, the 2 hoses out of the way, the wiring harness for that, get that tucked up out of the way. I actually here's the wiring for the starter. I had to pull that up and out of the way so I can get as much room as possible in this area to reach down in there. And I pulled it straight up this way, had to rotate it. Now the fun thing is getting this thing back in there. I'm gonna go take a walk for a minute, cooler heads prevail, and rotate the new one back in. All right. Not as angry. Sometimes you just gotta go for a walk. Clear your head. Can't curse on YouTube, so you gotta refrain from doing that. It's gonna be very hard for you guys to see because heck, I can't see anything either, but just shows you it does slide just down like that. Oh. Oh, there we go. Also, there's like a black bar back there. You can't miss it. See if I can take you back there and show you. They want you to remove that too. There you go. Right there, hope you guys can see it. There's 2 black bars. You're supposed to remove the one on the left. I did not want to do that at all. So that bolt that's missing right there is where we're gonna start putting on, like I said, they're 14mm, and that's where I'm gonna try to lock in the one side of the starter. So here, let me lock that in for you. That's what we're looking at right there. It's got the red mark on it. Like I said, that is where that bolt is at least. And I lost my 14mm ratchet wrench, but once I find it, which I just did, that's when we'll go back down here. Where's it at? Right there. And we'll wiggle that in there. Alright, so I fed that one. So like I said, we're going to go under this wiring harness right here, next to this transmission mount. And there we go. Start it by hand. All right, so I'm gonna take my very oily hose, fish it back through to where they had it from the factory. Yeah, essentially you're just putting it back over here. From the top, you can go ahead and attach, my GoPro doesn't zoom, but you can attach the negative and positive from the top. So as I stated before, you can bring everything through the top and you can get the nut started. Now, the new starter that I'm going to provide in my description is a 13mm nut. So you can put the 13mm on there and then do the same with the negative up top and then go underneath from the bottom, and that's when you can actually get a ratchet wrench and tighten it up. It's not that bad, it's just, it is definitely a tight fit. So we're gonna brake booster, vacuum hose. Don't be alarmed when you take this off if you hear like a air release. That's totally normal. So we'll go ahead and, like I said, start putting this back together. And as I probably stated at the beginning of the video, I don't know what the symptoms were of this car. I was just told I need a new starter, replace it. So that's what I did, did a new starter. All right. So we're gonna get this one. And put the two hoses back. Or you know what, I'll just probably do that afterwards. Let's just get this. There we go. And we'll come down here and put the two hoses back on. Which once you got them off the first time, putting them back is definitely easy. Make sure that doesn't keep flying off again. All right, front one's the easy one, so we'll go ahead and plug that one up. Done. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that one's on. Okay. Let's not forget 12mm nuts. So you know this one's the throttle body. Plug that in. That's connected. Keep this up and out of the way. That's for the next hose. That hose is done. Both of these are in. Now, this wiring harness right here is going to go to the purge valve, which is right back there. We'll snake this around. Oh, you guys can't see it, but just trust me, it's there. just snaps on. So that's good. Like I said, trust me, it's back there. There's part of it next to the hose. Okay, everything else, put that back to where it goes, and ready to get the air box put back on. We'll have to go in at an angle. I'll get the 310mm bolts put back in. And the air filter. And then we'll put the top of the box. So we'll get the throttle body first. And then put in these two little tabs. There we go. And then don't forget this vent hose here. Okay. Alright, everything's tight. Let's get my tools out of here. And then we're going to go start it. Now it's going to be very loud because it's missing pretty much most of the flex pipe. It's completely severed in half. This is a 12mm also. We'll get that in a second. Let's see, does it start? We'll do one more time for good luck. All right, she's smooth as can be. Well, not the car, but the starter is. So anyways, like I said, not the best video because you can't film any of it. I mean, you just can't see. But like I said, take advantage of getting underneath there and reaching up. At first, I didn't think I could reach up there and grab it, but you know, you really can. Just reach up there, and it's easiest just to undo that. But you don't got to remove that either of the two black bars back there. It says to do that, but I just didn't have to. So it's a thing to skip. Hope you like the video. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, too bad, they got rid of the dislike button. But drop down a comment if you have any tips or tricks to help out anybody else that's going to watch this video, and see you next time.